High levels of economic crime in the corporate space is becoming commonplace in South Africa. The country's rate sits at 77% compared to the global average of 49%. That's according to the 2018 Global Economic Crime and Fraud Survey conducted by PricewaterhouseCoopers. Once reputable companies like Steinhoff, KPMG and McKinsey are now in tatters. Joining me from Cape Town is National Director of Forensic Services at Mazar, Christo Snyman. Good to have you with us this morning, Christo Snyman. Talk us through why it is so bad.
Hi, Jane. Thank you very much for the invite. Jane, one of the key issues is at this point of time is what we've identified is the lack of skill transfer to the police. And I'm also the Vice President for the International Association of Financial Crime Investigators. And what in order to alleviate this problem, what we've tried to do is we've put together a range of forums and seminars, and last week we held a very successful seminar where General Godfrey Lebeya was also present, and he also highlighted the fact that skill transfer is very important. And one of the reasons for this is also a lot of experienced and skilled policemen has left the South African Police Services, and so what we've identified for us very important in the private sector is to assist policemen in helping them with skills and giving them the necessary experience.
Okay, but you say many of our skilled police officers have left. Is that one of the reasons why our percentage of corruption and abuse is so much higher than other countries? Surely there's more to it than that.
Well, I think also, one of the, that is the reactive side in order to get the matters investigated. And I think one of the other key issues and key problems is also there's a complete disregard for policies and procedures within our organization. And that is something that need to be fixed. And that's why what we also want to try and do is create fraud awareness amongst businesses and help them to detect and prevent fraud.
Okay, how do you do that, and what happens if you do detect fraud in a business?
Well, what we want to bring to businesses is there's a couple of key issues that you need to do in order to detect and prevent fraud. First, they have screen your employees properly. Make sure that they don't have any criminal convictions. Check for credit checks. Then also make sure that you've got a zero tolerance for fraud within your business. If somebody commits a crime, make sure that person is prosecuted. Also make sure that you've got a proper anonymous line within your business so that staff can freely report any fraud or misconduct, thereby having a fraud whistle line within your business. And then also, within your business, create awareness and make sure that there's a proper response plan if fraud is detected.
I mean, it certainly makes sense to have better and more open conversations with the police and security services and private businesses. If you could guess a sort of timeline as to how long it can take to clean up your business, and what sort of, other than what you've mentioned, what are the most basic steps to put into play to get that to happen?
Well, as I mentioned with you, as we host monthly meetings where we invite people from the corporate sector. We invite role players within the forensic services, cyber law experts, investigators from private institutions, audit firms. So we would like people to encourage to come and join our forums and our meetings and to learn what is going on. The only way that you can prevent this from occurring is to know what is happening. And if you know what is happening, then you would be able to prevent this going forward.
And to know what to look for, I guess. Christo,
also,
what sort of message would you give people? Sorry, excuse me jumping in here.
Yeah.
They incredibly worried about the national health plan that's going to be launched in the, I don't know, it's hard to come up with a definitive timeline the way things are going at the moment. A lot of people are worried that because of the huge sums of money there, this is going to be yet another case of massive abuse. What's your message about that?
Well, I think that is up, firstly, the owners of the business must take accountability and responsibility. And we as in the public and the private sector, we must keep a close eye on this, and make sure that money's spent is not defrauded, and we must make sure that the people accountable in this position must take ownership, and there must be a process where we can monitor this continuously.
All right, Christo, thank you for sharing your experience with us, Christo Snyman.